Ma'am, nakasaad po dun sa letter ni SP Cheese kahapon to House Speaker na uunahin daw po yung priority bills, kaya raw po inurong yung pagbabasa ng articles of impeachment ng House Prosec. Para sa inyo po ba, sapat na reason yon para iurong yung pagpresenta ng impeachment complaint? Or is it more of like a delaying tactic on the part of the Senate?
Okay, let me again clarify, okay. I'm not a member of the Senate now, right? So, I'm not, I really cannot categorically say or second guess ano ang tunay na motivation in moving, in postponing the impeachment na supposedly nga sa June 2 na, sa Monday na, at least yung pagbasa ng articles of impeachment. Pero bilang a prospective official member of the prosecution panel, I'm also questioning that Kasi ilang beses na ba parang namumove? And I'm talking about sa House mismo, hindi ka agad talaga pinadala kasi ang naging reason nila, excuse so to speak, is budget hearings. Prioritize yung budget hearings bago nila kinonsider yung mga complaints, bago rinifer doon sa Secretary General sa Office of the Speaker. So, eto na naman, ganyan na naman ang nagiging reason. Ay, teka muna, hindi pa kami pwede mag-focus dyan kasi meron muna kaming mga priority legislative bills. Bagamat gusto kong irespetuhin yung pananaw na yan, yung decision na yan ng Senate leadership. But I also cannot help thinking, so what is this? Kasi ang nai-imagine ko na come June 11 or 12, ay sasabihin na naman nila, okay, hindi na pwede. And they will say, okay, let's put it to a vote. Ganun na mangyayari. Kasi since may varying views pwede pa ba o hindi? So, they will put to a vote that very question of whether or not pwede na tayong magsimula. Kasi nga, hindi naman natin matatapos at the end, at the expiration of this Congress, kundi sa next Congress na. I'm almost sure of that would be put to a vote. And hindi na tayo nung nakakasiguro kung the majority of them will say, okay, let's proceed. Let's forget about what the ordinary Senate rules are saying, but panindigan natin na ito ay special na proceeding and therefore we can continue. So, isa yan sa mga senyales na sa tingin ko may nangyayari, sa tingin ko meron na ganyang usapin that kinoconsider na nila yan to kill the impeachment trial.
So, follow up na lang po siguro, what should the public look out for in the coming weeks, especially last day na nga po yung June 11?
Aside from monitoring, I wish that many, especially groups, and especially those mga nag-file ng impeachment complaints noong December sa House of Representatives would again act. Would dapat mag-usap-usap and magplano kung ano yung mga magiging collective action to counter what is seemingly developing at the Senate level na baka nga wala, hindi na nila yan gagawin, hindi na nila it will no longer proceed. So it has to be again it requires vigilance and action. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Okay. 3 more. May biyahe pa si ma'am. 1 na lang. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Nina from Hatay. So do you smell fishy on the part of the Senate?
I cannot call it fishy. It's just that it's a process, pero bakit nagdidili-dali? Hindi natin nakikita yung talagang collective will or even yung will mismo ng Senate leadership Na nung una nga, ganun na ang ginawa, na instead of i-continue dapat, nung transmit na, sinimulan na dapat, nung transmit na yung articles of impeachment sa kanila, the Senate President says that we will tackle it in June when we resume session after the election break. Because that is clearly, para sa akin, violative of what the Constitution says about yung forthwith trial by the Senate shall forthwith proceed.
So do you think that the president
And it's constitutional. The term, that term forthwith, shall forthwith, is there in the Constitution. No, linabag na kaagad yun at that point.
So do you think also, ma'am, yung pronouncement of the president for many times is, or nakipag-usap na kaya si president sa Senate leadership para magkaroon ng ganun?
I cannot speculate on that. Ang masasabi ko lang is sa mga statements na yon, public statements, may epekto rin yan. At doon sa pagdidili-dali.
As one author ng isang article of impeachment din, ma'am, do you think kailangan ng questioning sa Supreme Court yung process ng Senate?
Pag-uusapan po namin yan at the proper time, in due time. Thank you.
One last question, ma'am, from media before we wrap it up. I know that your brand, ma'am, is we start on time, we end on time. And at the same time, you have to go somewhere else. Yes, ma'am, please, go ahead.
Good morning po, Crizo Lopez from EuroTV. Kung about dun sa tahasang hindi pabor si President Marcos dun sa impeachment, do you think this is interference dun sa justice or undue influence pagdating din sa Senate?
Influence, I cannot really say. But the interference, I cannot really say that. Doon kasi sinasabi nga niya na hindi ko talaga gusto yan. And then in another statement, he would say, bahala na, kongreso yan, that's a congressional matter. And because of the separations of power, hindi siya makikialam. But in reality and psychologically, and how things work in both houses of Congress, any statement from the President relative to a very significant matter, like impeachment, certainly holds weight. So yun. So sana, kung ako lang, I'm not trying to impose on the President, kung ako lang, hindi na dapat nagsasalita since he said na this is a congressional matter. So hindi na siya makikialam. So kung hindi makikialam, wag na lang sana unnecessarily giving those remarks and statements na nakakaapekto kahit papano sa resolve ng Congress to do its constitutional mandate. Thank you.
Sa nakikita po ng publiko, mixed signal yung sinasabi ni Pangulong Marcos kasi ayaw ng korupsyon pero yung issue ni Vice President is corruption or hindi maayos sa paggamit ng pondo. Pursot lang kung sa tingin niyo pang tolerate ito ng Pangulo sa ganitong issue.
Kaya nga we are pushing really for the impeachment trial to proceed. Kasi nga para makita na natin at yung accountability. So, yung political, it's a matter again of will, leadership will, na palagi dapat nakatingin sa konstitusyon. Yes, there are political considerations, pero alin ang mas matimbang? Di ba yung mga nakasabi sa Constitution, lalo na yung accountability. Yun lang, yung impeachment lang nga ang paraan para mapaalis ang high public officials like the Vice President. Tapos, hindi niyo siseryosohin on the face of the evidence so far presented. And then yes, magpa-file ng kaso because that would be separate. Ganun naman nakasabi sa Constitution. You know, it cannot prejudice yung impeachment proceedings sa mga criminal or whatever cases ang pwede pang i-file, like plunder, graft, and corruption. Pero yung reality about, again, we talk about cases. Ilang taon na naman yan. And in the meantime, the public will suffer the ignominy of a high public official. Yun po ang masasabi ko. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. We heard our crusader talk about impeachment, talk about a little bit of the election results, the ICC, and some of the programs for ML. Usually, we try to wrap up things, but kung okay lang sa inyo, ma'am, I'll give you 2-3 minutes to deliver a personal message to our listeners and viewers based on where you are now and based where you will be given this responsibility you have as a lawmaker.
I can say that amidst what's happening now at the political front, we are at a crossroads of history. The results of this election show that there is really hope for a better Philippines. And I'm talking here, of course, always about the political situation. Pero, isipin po natin na una sa lahat at ang pinaka-supreme ay mga nasa saligang batas, lalo na yung accountability. Yun po dapat ang iniisip. Hindi po dapat iniisip na keso magkakagulo o kaya iniisip na napakapopular, magastos, etc. Ang pinaka-importante, isulong, i-uphold the Constitution. That is the supreme law of the land. We cannot expect much progress. We cannot expect much reforms if the very principles enshrined in the Constitution are being overlooked, ignored, or even destroyed or bastardized. Pakiusap ko po sa ating kababayan, manmanan po natin ngayon ang mga nangyayari sa Kongreso, both the House of Representatives and the Senate, and pati na sa buong gobyerno, yung ongoing reshuffle of the cabinet na hindi pa ho lahat ina-announce kung sino talaga ang retained and out na. There have been some already acted upon, including the latest about the replacement of the Solicitor General. But bantayan din po natin yan. Because that is supposed to be an important reset of government's work. The President has to prove na unang-una seryoso siya, pangalawa ay tunay talaga itong pagtingin sa better performance, governance ng kanyang administrasyon. This is actually, if I may say, a crucial chance on his part. Otherwise, he will remain to be a lame duck. Kasi nag-umpisa na yan, yung pagka-lame duck mo would be gauged sa midterms. So he has to prove otherwise. So, yun po ang pakiusap ko. It's everyone's concern. Salamat po.